My name is Park Ji-won, and 6 minutes ago, I was just another face in the crowd at Gangnam Station. Now, I'm standing in the penthouse office of the most powerful man in Seoul, and he just told me something that will change my life forever. But let me back up. This morning started like any other Tuesday. I was running late for my shift at the convenience store, my third job this month. Student loans don't pay themselves, and my mother's hospital bills were piling up faster than I could count. I had exactly 47,000 won in my bank account, about $35, and rent was due in 3 days. I was sprinting past the Gangnam Finance Tower when it happened. A black Mercedes suddenly swerved to avoid a delivery truck, jumped the curb, and headed straight for a little girl who had dropped her backpack in the crosswalk. I didn't think, I just moved. I grabbed the child and rolled us both out of the way, feeling the car's mirror clip my shoulder as it passed. The pain was sharp, but the little girl was crying, scared, but unhurt. That's all that mattered. I helped her up, made sure she was okay, and was about to leave when a hand grabbed my arm. A man in an expensive suit, probably in his 50s, with sharp eyes that seemed to calculate everything. "You saved my granddaughter's life," he said. His voice was calm, but his hand was shaking. "Anyone would have done the same," I replied, trying to pull away. I was already 10 minutes late. "No," he said firmly. "Most people wouldn't." "What's your name?" "Park Ji-won. Look, I really need to go." "Come with me." "Now, please!" There was something in his voice, urgency mixed with authority, that made me pause. That's how I ended up here, in this glass-walled office on the 63rd floor, looking out over Seoul like it was a game board. The man introduced himself as Chairman Kang Dae-sung, founder and CEO of Kang Industries, one of the largest conglomerates in South Korea. The little girl, Kang Soo-ah, was playing with her nanny in the corner, completely oblivious to how her near-death experience was about to turn my world upside down. "I'm dying," Chairman Kang said suddenly, sitting down across from me. "Pancreatic cancer, stage 4. I have maybe 6 months." I didn't know what to say. This stranger was sharing his death sentence with me like we were old friends. "I have a problem, Mr. Park. I have a daughter, Kang Min-ji. Brilliant, educated, capable, and completely uninterested in running this company. She's a doctor, working at Seoul National University Hospital. She has no interest in business." He paused, his eyes boring into mine. "And I have a nephew, Kang Tae-jun, ambitious, ruthless, and waiting like a vulture for me to die so he can take over everything. I'm sorry, but why are you telling me this?" "Because you're going to help me save my company," he said. And then he told me the craziest thing I'd ever heard. "I want to hire you as my executive assistant," Chairman Kang continued. "Starting salary, 150 million won per year." I nearly fell out of my chair. That was more money than my family had seen in a decade. But I have no experience. I'm a university dropout working 3 part-time jobs. I don't know anything about business. "Exactly," he interrupted. "Everyone around me has an agenda. My board members are all in Tae-jun's pocket or too afraid to oppose him. I need someone loyal, someone who isn't corrupted by this world yet, someone who just proved they'll risk their life for a stranger without thinking about what they'll get in return." "This is insane." "Yes, it is. But here's what's going to happen. I'm going to teach you everything I know about running this company. In 6 months, I'll be gone. When that happens, I'm willing my controlling shares to my daughter Min-ji, but only if she agrees to work with you as co-CEO. She trusts no one in this company, but maybe she'll trust the person her father trusted to save her daughter's life. Your nephew won't just let this happen." "No, he won't." Chairman Kang's smile was cold. "Which is why we need to be very, very careful. And why you need to start today." That's how Park Ji-won, the broke university dropout, became the executive assistant to one of Korea's most powerful CEOs. The next 3 months were brutal. I moved into a small apartment near the office. Chairman Kang's arrangement paid for by the company. Every morning at 6 a.m. I was in his office. He taught me everything. How to read financial statements, how to negotiate contracts, how to spot liars in board meetings, how to understand the complex web of subsidiaries and partnerships that made up Kang Industries. "Power in business isn't about being the smartest," he told me one night as we worked late. "It's about understanding people, what they want, what they fear, what they'll do when pushed." I met Kang Tae-jun in my second week. He was everything Chairman Kang described, handsome, charming, and hiding a core of pure ambition behind his smile. He cornered me in the executive elevator. "So your uncle's new pet project," he said, looking me up and down like I was dirt on his shoe. "Let me give you some advice. Don't get too comfortable. Assistants are replaceable." "I'll keep that in mind," I replied, keeping my voice neutral. His smile widened, but his eyes stayed cold. "Smart, I like you already." I also finally met Dr. Kang Min-ji in month 3. She came to visit her father during her rare day off, and she was nothing like I expected. She wasn't some privileged princess. She was tired, with dark circles under her eyes from long hospital shifts, and she looked at me with immediate suspicion. "Who are you?" she asked bluntly when she found me reviewing contracts in her father's office. "Park Ji-won, your father's assistant." "My father doesn't need an assistant. He needs to retire and focus on treatment." She turned to her father, who had just entered. "Appa, what are you doing?" "The doctor said you need to reduce stress." "I'm preparing, Min-ji. Someone needs to understand how this company works." "Then let Tae-jun handle it. That's what he's been training for his entire life. Your cousin would destroy everything I built within 5 years." Chairman Kang's voice was firm. "You know this." The argument that followed was heated, and I excused myself. But as I left, I caught Dr. Kang's eyes on me, calculating, trying to figure out what her father was planning. Then everything changed in month 4. Chairman Kang collapsed during a board meeting. The ambulance took 45 minutes to arrive at Seoul National University Hospital. 45 minutes where I held Chairman Kang's hand in the back of the ambulance and he whispered his final instructions to me. "The USB drive, in my desk, bottom drawer behind the false panel. Everything you need, passwords, accounts evidence against Tae-jun. Give it to Min-ji, make her understand." "You're not dying today," I said, but we both knew the truth. "Promise me, you'll protect Soo-ah and help Min-ji. She's stronger than she knows. I promise." Min-ji was the one who treated him when we arrived. I watched her face remain professional even as she fought to save her own father, but even she couldn't stop the inevitable. Chairman Kang Dae-sung died 3 hours later, surrounded by family. The funeral was massive. Politicians, business leaders, celebrities, all of Seoul's elite came to pay respects. But I noticed Kang Tae-jun's barely concealed smile. He thought he'd won. The will reading happened 1 week later. The attorney was Lee Sang-woo, Chairman Kang's personal lawyer for 30 years. The entire board was present, along with family members. Tae-jun sat at the head of the table like he already owned it. The controlling shares of Kang Industries, comprising 51% ownership, are hereby bequeathed to Dr. Kang Min-ji, with the condition that she serves as co-CEO alongside Mr. Park Ji-won for a minimum period of 3 years. The room exploded. Tae-jun shot to his feet. "This is ridiculous. Park Ji-won has been here for 4 months. He's nobody." "Nevertheless, these are Chairman Kang's wishes," Attorney Lee said calmly. Dr. Kang Min-ji looked as shocked as everyone else. "I don't want this. I'm a doctor, not a CEO." "Then the shares revert to a charitable trust, and the company will be sold to the highest bidder," Attorney Lee continued. "Also per the chairman's instructions." "He's manipulating us from beyond the grave," Min-ji said bitterly. But I saw something else in her eyes, curiosity. She was wondering what her father saw in me. That night, I gave her the USB drive. We sat in her father's old office, now legally hers, and went through everything. Chairman Kang had documented years of Tae-jun's schemes. Embezzlement, insider trading, bribes to board members, plans to strip the company's assets and sell them off to foreign investors. If Tae-jun takes over, thousands of employees lose their jobs, and your father's legacy becomes nothing but profit margins for vultures, I said. "I know you don't trust me. I know you didn't ask for this, but your father believed in both of us." Min-ji was quiet for a long time. "What do you even know about running a company?" "Everything your father could teach me in 4 months. Which isn't everything, but it's a start." I met her eyes. "I don't need to be smarter than everyone. I just need to be trustworthy, and I need a partner who is smarter than everyone." She almost smiled. "Flattery? Truth." The next 3 months were war. Tae-jun challenged the will in court. He leaked stories to the press painting me as a con artist who manipulated a dying old man. He convinced board members to call for votes of no confidence. But Minji surprised everyone, including herself. She was brilliant. She understood the business faster than anyone expected, asking the right questions, spotting the weaknesses in Tae-jun's arguments. And together we made a good team. I understood the operational side her father had taught me, and she understood people and strategy in ways I never could. The final showdown came at the annual shareholders meeting. Tae-jun had gathered enough proxies to call for new leadership. It was going to be close. But then something unexpected happened. Kim Yeon-soo, one of the oldest board members, stood up. "I've served this company for 40 years. I watched Chairman Kang build it from nothing, and I watched his nephew try to destroy it from within." She placed a folder on the table. "These are documented records of Kang Tae-jun's embezzlement and fraud. I've been gathering evidence for 2 years, waiting for the right moment. Chairman Kang knew. He asked me to wait until after his death to reveal it so that his nephew couldn't threaten or harm him." The room went silent. Tae-jun's face went pale. "I vote to maintain current leadership," Kim continued. "And I move to remove Kang Tae-jun from the board and refer these matters to prosecutors." One by one, other board members agreed. Tae-jun's empire crumbled in minutes. He was escorted out by security, screaming threats and curses. That evening, Minji and I stood in the same office where this had all begun 6 months ago. Little Sua was asleep on the couch, having spent the day with her mother, who was finally taking time off from the hospital. "My father was a manipulative old man," Minji said softly. "Yes," I agreed, "but he was right. About you, about me, about what we could do together. We make a good team." She smiled, a real smile this time. Co-CEO Park Ji-won, my father would be insufferably proud. "Dr. Kang Min-ji, CEO, I think he already knew you'd be amazing." We stood there looking out over Seoul, two people who never wanted this responsibility, now carrying the weight of thousands of employees and billions of won on our shoulders. It was terrifying. It was overwhelming. But as I looked at the city lights below, I thought about the broke kid who had jumped in front of a car without thinking, and how that one moment of instinct had led to all of this. Chairman Kang had been right about one thing. I wasn't corrupted by this world yet. And with Minji beside me, maybe I never would be. "So what do we do now?" I asked. Minji picked up a financial report from the desk. Now we get to work. This company isn't going to run itself." And so we did. The broke university dropout and the reluctant heiress, building something her father would be proud of. Not because we wanted power or wealth, but because we'd made a promise to a dying man to protect what he loved. Some stories start with ambition. This one started with a moment of kindness on a busy street in Gangnam. And sometimes that's all it takes to change everything. And that's where Park Ji-won's story takes us today. But you know what? His journey didn't end there. The real question is, what happened next? Did Minji and Ji-won's partnership survive the corporate world? Did Tae-jun return for revenge? And what about Ji-won's mother? Did he finally pay off all her hospital bills? If you want to hear more incredible stories like this one, stories of ordinary people thrust into extraordinary circumstances, stories of power, betrayal, ambition, and redemption, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter. We bring you the most compelling Korean drama stories every single week. Stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat from the first second to the last. And here's something special. Drop a comment below telling me what you would do if you were in Ji-won's position. Would you have taken Chairman Kang's offer, or would you have walked away? The most interesting answer will get a shout-out in our next video. Remember, every subscriber helps us create more content like this. So if this story moved you, inspired you, or just entertained you for these past 20 minutes, show us some love. Click subscribe. It's free, it takes 1 second, and it means the world to us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next story. Until then, keep dreaming big, because you never know when your life might change in an instant, just like Park Ji-won's did.